In my childhood, my life was really hard. When I was about 7 years old, we got as a present, me and my siblings, one whore. When there was no water, we had to walk 3 to 4 miles with a water of can on our head. And we would get home was not even a rice. When we had rice was the best thing in the world. We used to say we are eating good food. And it was a season of dry so big in the northeast that we had literally nothing to eat. It was not just us. It was a lot of people. We ate fried snake. To me, my dream was to know São Paulo. With a lot of problems and a lot of difficulties, to me, I saw was like the solution of my life. At first month, when I got to São Paulo, I already got pregnant. And I was working at the time, and there was a lack of things. Even working, I started to lack of things. We had a tent, and that tent was made of wood, and that little house before, when it was a tent, behind us, all the feces came from the tent. The way that we would step on the wood, we would step on the feces. When it was the lunchtime, we used to tell the neighbor behind, don't flush now because we are going to eat. And we were eating with that bad smell. We went to sleep with that bad smell. I had one egg in my fridge and it was still 15 days to get my payment. The day after, I went to the butchery and I told the butcher that I would like that he could give me some bone. And he said, man, I'm not going to give you. That's how I got to the Universal Church. Sick, jobless, had been dumped from the house that I was, starving, and my children's also starving. That's how I arrived. And it was the time of the campaign of Israel, and I went with all of my strength. When the pastor started to talk about the power of God, that what we wanted, what God does, if we really believe God does, and he called us for challenge. And when he read the word related to the power of God, and I said, I'm going to try. I'm going to do that test. I sold all that I had inside of my house. Not to say that I stayed with nothing, I kept my bed and the wardrobe. I sold the shoes, the clothes, the furniture, TV, all that I saw. I just didn't sell the bed because I didn't find a buyer. Wash machine, oh, I didn't leave nothing behind. And I said, if I have to be without nothing, even without a stove, I will be. Because it was God that asked me, it wasn't the man. When it's God that asked, there is no doubt. And I sold all. And I thought it's missing something. What should I do, God? I went outside to sell cake. I was outside close to my house at the bus stop selling cake, and I was there putting together my sacrifice, and God asked me for a little house that I had in Ceará, in the northeast, that I bought for me to grow old. I, I used to say when I was going to be 60 or 70 years old, I will go there and I would be living peace, a very humble house. So what did I do? God said, sell the house. And then I told the broker, sell. And she said, I'm not finding anybody to buy. I'm just finding a trade in a bull or in a goat. And I said, I want money. I need the money. And the broker sold the house. I found the buyer. He gave 18,000 and I went to the bank. I got the money. The broker sent me. And I wanted to send to the account of the church. And at the bank, they didn't want to send my money to the church. I said, call the manager. And the manager came and he laughed and he said, one more crazy that comes here. And I said, I want my money and I want you to transfer this to this account. Can you do that? And then I came and I placed inside the envelope and I placed on the altar and I placed the request that I wanted to look just like God, like it's written, that I wanted to have the Holy Spirit, that I wanted to be different, that I no longer wanted to be the same, for never to be the same again. And one Sunday I was baptized with the Holy Spirit. I was baptized with the Holy Spirit, and that day was only me and the altar. And that joy, on the same time, I wanted to smile and the joy, and I wanted to cry, to sing, wanted to worship, and I wanted to tell everybody that God had found me and that I met Him. I was not afraid anymore. I was no longer shy. 3 days after came the direction from the Holy Spirit to my financial life. Do you understand me? Was that one campaign of Israel that came the two things together. First the Holy Spirit, and right after the direction, a different direction that wasn't mine because I don't have study. And my bosses at the time said, don't leave us, the things are very hard, it's awful, you will fail. I said, no, I won't fail. I will go out and I will work. And they said, work with what? Don't know. God will give me direction. And I left my work with 800 reais, paying rent, by faith. What did I do with this 800 reais? I had a house to rent and I thought, might be expensive, I'm not going in, I will not even ask. And then I went to a real estate and they told me. I said, how much is the house? And they said, this amount. Can you not make this amount? Can you go lower? The rent and this and that. Yes, we can do it, but if you paint the house by yourself or if you ask somebody. And then I rented that house with this 800. Was 2 months of deposit, but he made with 1 month of deposit. Was supposed to put a restaurant, and God gave the direction, not a restaurant, it's for you to put a kindergarten to take care of kids. And many was criticizing me. You will starve. Go after a job that you can receive every month. Since when I was a child, I worked for others. I never had nothing. Now, I will put a kindergarten. And in 1 month was not even money to pay the rent. And it was going, and that was in 2016, and I didn't have the help of government. Nobody helped me, not even from family member, because the family member, they said this is not going to work out, that I was crazy, that I was going to starve. And I said, no, i'm not gonna I'm not gonna leave, because there it's going to be my business not to take care of kids. Less than 3 months, I bought my apartment. We pool for adults, for kids, with sport courts, has so many things there that I will never use because I don't have the time, because I have to seek God. Today we eat good. We don't starve anymore. The butchery that I ask for bones, that I begged for bones for my kids. And nowadays I go there and I buy and I take home. And if it comes somebody needs a help, I give. They're all transformed for real.